call your Medicaid counselor. My Medicaid counselor don't even answer the phone. I literally have to call the governor's office.
Maybe you need to find a different one, Kevin. Maybe try finding other ones.
See, that's the problem.
If they're not doing their job, you gotta be on it, hon. You gotta.
See, there's this fantasy world. You think there's resources, and then there's the real world. You don't just go out and find another. You don't just find another Medicaid counselor. You get the office you're assigned to.
But if they're not doing their job, they get paid for doing their job. If they're not doing their job,
they don't do their job.
You're supposed to advocate for yourself, Kevin. You got to be your biggest advocate.
Okay. Like, okay, I'm being vulnerable.
My husband can tell you, I advocate for myself everywhere.
That's another thing. You have a husband. I don't have a husband. I'm on my own.
You don't have a husband, honey. It doesn't. What? It doesn't have anything to do with. Listen. I advocate for myself. My husband does not advocate for me.
Does your husband support you?
Yeah, of course he does.
Okay.
I wouldn't be with him if he didn't support me.
Right. Do you work?
Yes. Well, I can't currently, but yes, I was. We own a business. Yes. But I can tell you, in my past, I have been low income for most of my life. Yes.
Oh, you think there's resources?
Absolutely. I was homeless in my car for almost a year, Kevin. I had to wait for the housing. I stayed in my car in -degree temperatures. And I had to wait. I didn't have family. I didn't have anything. I had to wait. I know the wait sucks. It's not going to happen overnight, but some things take time.
Right. So I'm going to interject here real quick. Hold on, Kevin. I want to interject something.
My weight has nothing to do with it, Kevin, love.
Your weight has everything to do with it.
Just talking.
Yes, it does.
Hold on a second, guys. Real quick. I did want to interject one thing. Kevin, I did want to ask you one question.
Yes.
Did I not find 3 resources for you for a mobile dentistry?
That didn't work out.
Right. Now, that being said, why didn't it work out?
Okay. The first dentist, he doesn't take insurance whatsoever. It starts out at $350 just to have him come to the house and get x-rays. And then he comes up with a treatment plan, which is going to turn into big money. And then the other place was an anesthesia place. They don't actually provide anesthesia for the dentistry and different things. And then the third one, I don't remember.
Right, there was a third one. That one was really expensive, I think. You had told me. So anyway, long story short, yes, I did help him. I did help him find resources for mobile dentistry. Guess what?
Right.
They do exist. Just to put that out there, they do exist. So in the long run, I did help him on that aspect. But here's the other thing, too, and I took notice with the way Steakin and Kevin, the thing is that with Kevin, the idea, Nancy brought it up that it's not considered fat shaming. No, it may not be to you. And you're entitled to your own opinion, just like everybody else is. But to Kevin that's been in his home for, 7 months and has not stepped outside?
Right.
It's a story.
It's kind of like if I make a joke, Samantha takes it the wrong way. Correct. And me and her, I thought me and her squashed it where I said, I'm really sorry you took it that way. I'm not serious. And Cass can tell you I'm not a serious person at all.
Right.
But I did take the time of day to say, I'm sorry you felt that way. I'll try to, watch what I say around you.
Right. And be a little more considerate about saying it. That's the thing about that. So here's the telltale sign about that is what you may say in a particular word may be a trigger point for somebody that is going through problems. Okay? And I'm only spitballing on this one. I am not a therapist by far. Trust me, I'm not. But from what I've seen and from what I've heard in that situation, that may be a trigger point for Kevin. When Lisa came into it live and said about how he... that could be a trigger point for him. I don't know. That could get him upset because somebody sat there and said that. So you turn around and you you start putting things together and start getting a better understanding of it. You know, I mean, look, finding resources, you know, are hard. You know, see, you turned around and suggested about him